Let's talk about the neighborhood interfaith group. The men's club initiated an annual interfaith dinner that included synagogues and churches in the area. You developed a close friendship with other rabbis, ministers, and priests along the way. I just want to share some of your memories.
Well, I have to tell the truth. There comes a time you have to. I was not one for this interfaith business. Not that there was anything wrong and there was much right with it, but it depends. Certain people are good at it. I think it should take place. Let me put it this way. I think it should take place, and those who are doing it, God bless them. What I'm not, and yes, I made friends with ministers, some of whom through the interfaith, and one or two just like that. Like the late, Reverend Stan Lusick, who was very well alive. His initiative was to ask me to lead a joint group to Israel. Well, we are very close friends to this very day. I'll be leaving for Israel in a few days. He's coming, leading a group, and we will be seeing each other there. We're in telephone contact a few times a year. So we are really friends.
You, with Reverend Lusick, you and he brought congregants to Israel on a trip.
Right.
And just explain a little bit about that.
Well, Reverend Lusick once invited me to lunch. He wanted to talk to me. I didn't know him. I met him once, but I really didn't know him. We met at the former, what was the name of the Jewish club on St. Clair?
Primrose?
Huh?
Primrose?
The Primrose Club. Yes, I permitted myself to eat there and have a fruit salad with some cottage cheese, which was my favorite anyway. Okay? And they asked me about having a joint trip. I thought to myself, do I really want to have a joint trip and spend 2 weeks with non-Jews, feel strained all the time to make sure that you're doing the right thing, they're saying the right thing. I couldn't very well say no. So I said to him that it's a wonderful idea, but this has to be passed by the board. I don't know if it did or it didn't, but I said that. So I asked the board if they would indulge me and let me come to the board meeting for this. I think because I think it's important that they hear that. So I came to the board meeting and I told them what happened, that this was a request by Reverend Stan Lusick of the Timothy Eaton. And I felt that it was the board who should basically decide whether this is this should be part of the congregational activity. It shouldn't be a Rabbi Friedberg decision. And they agreed. And they even didn't discuss it all that long. One man got up and he said, turned to the board, he said, "Gentlemen, how can we refuse?" And he was right. He was right. And so, at that point, I got the message, and they suggested that we participate and tell that to Reverend Lusick when I spoke to him next. And at that point, I was sort of politely dismissed. "Thank you for attending, Rabbi." And I tell you, that was the last time that I came to the board or even wanted to come to the board. That was it.